All right, next one. Feminist. Okay, so feminist double standards. They love house husbands. Okay, so when I first was talking about this, men making better women than actual women, if you watch that part of the video, let me go back here. If you look at this, the feminist double standards, they love house husbands. These two are actually kind of correlated. Here are men making better or doing better than women are at being women. Now, in this case, there's a gentleman, and I'm of mixed minds on this topic. Let me just say that. You have a gentleman that has decided his wife has had a baby. And there's not a lot of detail about this, but his wife has had a baby recently. She's still feeding, naturally feeding with breasticles. And he's deciding to pamper her. Now, if I had a wife and she had my kid, I'm pretty sure I'd probably want to pamper her too, especially if she's still feeding the kid. Maybe she's getting up late at night and changing the kid's diapers or feeding in the middle of the night and she's tired. I could see a guy saying, hey, you know what? I want to do something nice for my wife. Now, some of the old school people would be like, yeah, but my dad back in the 50s, like my mom had me or whatever, and she had me on her hip while she was still cooking breakfast and dad was doing it. Like, I get that. And I could see the case for that too. I mean, but this, my dog is dreaming and snoring and making noise. So if you hear something in the background, but we'll get to that here in a second. Anyway, here you see from Vice. And again, this is the double standards that I'm talking about of where when men do something, it's bad or good. And when women do the opposite, it's bad or good. There's never parity. There's never, none of this really makes logic or anything. There's this article from Vice. Now, the date of one of these is July 28th, 2021. The date of the other one is July 30th, 2021. These are literally 2 days apart with the same crap news media, legacy media. One of the titles says, this Olympic heartthrob is more than a hot body. Now, of course, they're talking about a guy. This Olympic heartthrob is more than a hot bod, and it has a picture of an oiled up, very muscular guy. It says, after appearing in the 2016 Summer Games, 2018 Winter Games, and now in Tokyo 2020, he is also the first person to compete in 3 consecutive Olympics. Now, the headline is talking about Olympic heartthrob, hot body, and they're talking about a dude. Then from the literally 2 days earlier from that, Vice, World News, inside the disturbing subreddit that sexualizes photos of Olympic women. The popular Olympics subreddit is dedicated to sexual images of elite athletes. And, of course, they're pictures of women. So a subreddit on Reddit that's talking about women in bikinis playing volleyball looking good, bad. But a female article writer, or maybe a male article writer, I don't know, writing about hot bodies and of the men, that's fine. These are the double standards that are ridiculous. Well, here's what this has. So this comes from F Ya Life Bing Bong on Twitter. And has pronouns in the bio, she, her. So you know that, and you know they're left-leaning if they're going to put the bio pronouns in here. But I'm going to show you the video. This is a guy, again, who's explaining and showing all the, let me make sure my output here is to my headset. Yep. This is a guy going through all these hoops to make breakfast and to take care of his wife after she's had their baby. And then we'll talk about this. So it's picture her with wine. Let me make sure it's unmuted.
This is what Catherine eats in a day. The Queen starts with an iced coffee served in bed with 7 pumps of that cinnamon vanilla maple syrup. Her second coffee arrives at 65 degrees with medium rare froth, and now she's ready for conversation. We dive right into breakfast: 3 scrambled eggs, crumbled feta, and a big slab of Canadian bacon. Oh my stars. Bust out that Vitamix, it's smoothie time. We're going kefir, yogurt, banana, frozen kale, frozen blueberries, and a squeeze of lime. The house is starting to smell amazing because we have fresh bagels coming out. Catherine always enjoys the little lox, but it's got to have thinly sliced cucumbers, paper-thin red onion, and don't forget about the dill. For dinner, it's Catherine's favorite, a bottle of Prosecco. Today it's going in a glass. Served with her favorite side, she calls this big salad little steak. And that's it. My work here is almost done.
Now, what I'll say is and I'm not sure, I hope, I heard some music in the background. I hope that doesn't get this whacked from YouTube, because it's playing the I think it's from the girl from Ipanema or something in the background. So if you didn't see a video, that means I had to cut it out from YouTube, but I'll leave a link down below. But anyway, for those of you listening on the podcast, it's basically, she's got a newborn baby next to her. And at one point it showed a video where she's got the tubes coming out from her shirt, where she's obviously pumping milk. So she's taking care of the kid, and she's at home with the kid. Now, maybe she's on paternity leave or maternity leave, and he's on paternity leave. And he says, you know what, we're both on leave. She just gave birth to our kid. I am going to pamper her. First, let me say, this dude does it right. Like, he's obviously a good cook. He made that steak perfecto, like still moving in the middle, but a good sear, a really good medium rare. So I've got no harshness against him doing this for his wife, or you know, something else. Maybe she's the breadwinner. Maybe she's making bank, because it looks like they've got a very posh kind of New York or Seattle type apartment. Maybe she's making the bank and he's the house husband. I'm okay with that. Again, you do you. But here's what's interesting. Remember, women are always screaming that women should not just stick around the household and be a housewife taking care of their husband who works hard every day. So if this video were reversed, and let's say husband was working really hard, mad long hours, 10, 12, 14 hours a day, to let his wife live in the lap of luxury, and she went through all this to cook for him, they would be screaming patriarchy. If on a Saturday she did this to treat him well for taking care of the family and making sure that the sons and the daughters and her were all reeing from the hills. We know this. We know this. But this F your life bing bong, with pronouns in here, she, her. So again, you know she's left-leaning. I didn't look at the account. She says, love that for her. Oh, so you're okay when a guy's being manservant. But if these were reversed, you know, these same types would be screaming, oh, how dare you? You shouldn't be doing that for any guy. This has been viewed 3.7 million times. And it has 95,000 likes and many tweets and retweets. Let me put on my glasses because this is pretty small writing. Let me see if I can zoom it up there. Listen to these replies. In case we get married, this one woman says, hey, hubby, in case we get married. I don't see pronouns in her bio, but in case we get married, honey, I want this. Somebody else says, do I got to do this for you? And it's a dude. Yeah, that makes sense. Another woman here, Moon Maiden, says, it's people really out here living my life. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, would you do the same for a man? If the answer's no, we got a problem. Somebody says, guess I really got to start chefing now. Let me just say, here's the thing. If I got to zip past that photo because that's a little bit too spicy for YouTube. Here's the thing. If a woman did this for a dude, women would be losing it, saying, girl, why are you his slave? Why are you his servant? Why are you doing this stuff for him? Someone else says, at the end when he said, and this is, and that's it, my work is almost done. She about to clock in for her late night D appointment. No, that's true. But after that was another follow-up video. And now the guy's calling her a queen, so I'm sorry. You lost me on that one there, champ. But he says, me and my girl currently crying, whatever she wants during the whole day, I make it for her, and seeing her smile be the best thing in the world. I love their videos. Oh, okay, that's what this girl's saying. rainbow flag, rainbow, rainbow, Caribbean bad B, Virgo, bi. Okay, so she's not going to ever have a traditional family, I'm guessing. But she's sure happy that the girl's getting treated like everything. But again, if this were reversed, do you think the same woman who is bi and has the rainbows and a Caribbean bad B and has Virgo, so she's into that stuff, do you think she'd be like, girl, you go, take care of your man? No, that's not going to happen. So here's another one to kind of give you the same.
By far, Catherine's favorite meal. She would eat this 7 nights a week. Simply start with Caesar salad ingredients in a wooden bowl and emulsify them all together, and then lightly drizzle in extra virgin olive oil. The real secret, find the best beef you can grab. Canadian prime, extra thick. Strip loin, we could go outside, but it looks a little bleak, so into the pan it goes. Render down that fat, make sure you get a crust, very important, and then butter, shallots, garlic, rosemary, thyme, not going to happen either. Baste until we hit 110 and pull it off, let it rest. Now the cleanest romaine in the entire world goes into that salad because Catherine washed it and she has trust issues when it comes to lettuce. Steak gets carved and oh my stars, about 3.5, 4 ounces will do.
All right, he's gay. I'm pretty sure he is. He just said, oh my stars, and he called her queens. So he's definitely on the feminine side. Now, again, she's got a kid. She's taking care of him. I have no problems with a guy taking care of his, but he does cook a mean steak. I will say that. That is a good-looking steak right there. He calls her queen, and he said, oh, my stars. Something's wrong here. Let's picture him. I don't know. But, though, again, I have no hate for anybody. Everybody, you do you. But here's the thing. All these women are just fawning and cowing and loving on this dude doing this. Oh, here's a good example right here. Woman replying, this is my love language. It's acts of service. I love doing things for my partner like cooking for them, making drinks, etc. Oh, there you go. I would totally do this, but these guys are not deserving. Of course they're not. I would do it, but no man's worth it. But you do it for me, king. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Somebody else says, oh my God, this is the sweetest thing. I hope y'all romance never dies out. Wow, give me hope for somebody that might do this for me one day. Of course. So when men say, hey, this is the way I want to be treated by a traditional wife. If I work hard, if I go out and earn the money, if I go out and make sure we have a banging house and I'm paying the bills, I'm being a traditional man and I protect her and I look out for her and I teach our children well and I'm a masculine man. I want a woman that just all she does, stays home, maybe takes care of our children. Maybe we do in-home education or something like that. Keep my house clean. Cook me some dinner. That's all. I'll drive. I'll do the hour-long commute to work. I'll do the hour-long commute back home. I'll sit in traffic. I'll put up with bosses that are angry with me. I'll work with clients maybe that don't like me. I'll work a job that maybe I don't love, but it pays like mad, and I want my family to have the best. And then the opposite of that is the woman sitting home saying, okay, I wake up in the morning, I cook everyone breakfast. I do some laundry. I tidy up the house a little bit, which, I mean, if you have a family of 4, can be a little bit. But here's the thing. I take care of myself, and I've worked a job where I was working 14 hours a day. I still cooked for myself. I still did all these things that they're showing here in this video. I did all these things. I did that stuff for myself. So can you imagine having a partner that's like, I don't have to work? I can just chill around the house and do some laundry, which is throw stuff in a machine. Because women act like it's 1950 still when it comes to taking care of some housework and being a stay-at-home mom. Wake up in the morning, cook some breakfast. Throw that stuff in a dishwasher. Go throw some laundry in a machine, turn it on. Okay, that's done. Maybe vacuum. Maybe dust up a little bit. Put it from the washer into the dryer. That's on autopilot. And what else is there to do? Make the bed? Maybe clean the bathroom? But you're not going to clean a toilet and a shower every single day. They act like that's all they do. Yeah, you got some chores and stuff, but look, I remember when my mom was a stay-at-home mom. When I was a teenager, and when I stayed home sick a couple of times, and I said, no, I'm fine, I just blah. What did my mom do? We were a family of 4. She got up, she cooked breakfast for us. Dad was off. She rinsed off the dishes, put them in the dishwasher while Dad was driving to work. Bzz, it ran itself. Then what'd she do? She'd clean up the countertop a little bit, maybe vacuum, and then she'd watch TV. And then around noontime, she'd check on me, maybe make me a bowl of soup. She'd do some laundry by throwing some clothes in, washer, dryer. Dad came home, dinner was ready. Like, it was not a hard day. Given the choice between going to a job for 12 or 14 hours a day or staying home and being a house husband, this dude's got it right. I would be one house husband dude as long as she was bringing home the money. And when I wanted something or there was something I desired, I got it. Because that's how women are today. Honey, I want this. And if they don't get it, they just pull the no fun in the bedroom for you, or they pout at you saying nothing's wrong for 3 days. Like, if a guy could do the same thing, I think most guys would take the same option. But the funny thing is, all these women are, oh, he's a hero. He's wonderful. What a great, I want this in my life. But if the roles were reversed, every single one of those same women would be, oh, patriarchy, and you're his slave, and you're just taking care of him. This is so awful. Don't do it, girl. Go get yours. We know that's the case. But this is my argument of why, hey, if guys work really hard, they deserve this too.